Friday Night Fights. Advice time.
Straight 1-2. You need a knockout to win the fight. Listen to me. Give it to me.
10th round, and Brian Minto listened to his corner. Dude's not getting up.
I'm Coach Tom Yankello. Don't forget to subscribe to my world-class boxing channel.
Today's video, I'm going to continue the series of how Mike Tyson used his footwork and his head movement and synchronized moves off of that. And today we're going to talk about how he used to use a hop step. You know, some people call it maybe a side step, but he actually used it in a way that he used it was kind of like a hop step. So I'm going to break that down for you guys today, how he used different head movements, and then off of those head movements and footwork, being aggressive, how he used that hop step and that side step to his left and to his right, and the things he did off of it. So I'm going to break that down for you first. I'm going to show it to you, and then I got clips through the video that are going to show you and illustrate how they practice it, how Mike Tyson practiced it with Kevin Rooney, and how Kevin Rooney would demonstrate how he wanted Mike Tyson to, when he did those side steps, how he would want him, if he moved to the right, to turn Southpaw, if he moved to the left, to turn Orthodox off of these hop steps. So I'm going to break that down for you guys today. And when you get a chance, don't forget to comment. Let me get your guys' feedback on things that you want in future videos. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get started. So I'm going to start this breakdown is, I talked about Tyson being a multi-stance fighter and how a lot of times he would be aggressive in almost a neutral stance. So that's what I'm going to do today when I start this breakdown is I'm going to be in a neutral stance in a peekaboo style. Hands where his hands would be on his cheekbones underneath his eyes for the most part, okay? And he would use that, like I said, I always talk about how he would use the windshield wiper head movement, and he would use the letter U, the weave movement, okay? Now, I'm going to show you as he would be aggressive with this windshield wiper movement or the weave movement, what he would do off of it. So when let's say we'll start it off with just the windshield wiper movement. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. He slips 5, 6 times, gets to his opponent. Now, with that kind of slipping, like I said, when he's going to the left, just to break that down again, when he's going to the left, shoulder trajectory, the left shoulder's dropping lower than the right. When he's going to the right, right shoulder's dropping lower than the left, okay? Same thing, left, right. And he's moving his feet. It's like that. It's left, right, right, left. Left, right, right, left. Now, when he gets to his opponent and he's in range now to be able to land something, what he would do a lot of times with that side step, how he would make that work for himself is he could move left like he was going to attack on the left side, okay? And he's now, what he would do from there is he's got the guy looking, knowing and thinking that he's going to attack from the left side, and he hops over to the right side, okay? And when he makes that hop step, he would make that hop step, he would go left, and he'd hop step, and the right foot would go in front of the left, and he would be in a southpaw position. Now, when he's making that hop step, his opponent's looking at over here, and then he's disappearing over here. And the way he's hop stepping is both feet are actually moving at the same time. He's not jumping up in the air big like this, but what he's doing is he's hop stepping, okay? So let's say he's in a neutral stance, and when he goes to the left foot goes a little bit in front of the right, but then when he got his weight on his left hip, he's gonna push off of this hip, and when he pushes himself to the right, he's going to bring the right foot in front. Okay, so the way he's doing it is, and what he's doing is he's getting outside of that guy's shoulder. So he's over here, guy's looking here, now he's over here. And now the guy has to turn, and at the same time he's turning, he could hit him with a right hook. Now, the science of that is the reason he's doing that hop step and turning southpaw is when he goes to the left here like this, and the guy's looking here, and the guy could even slightly turn or just look or whatever, what he does is he steps as a southpaw because Just like his shifts that he does and his switches shifts that he does when he switches and shifts. It's the same principle, is that he is having his right hand, he's getting outside of the guy's left shoulder, the guy's stance, okay? He's getting himself outside of it, and he's having his power hand closer, his right hand, which was Mike's power hand. He was right-handed, but regardless, what he's doing there is he's bringing the hook is closer to land as a southpaw, and he's able to get outside of the guy. It's just inches, okay? Inches are everything in boxing, okay? And what he's doing there is he's able to get closer to land that right hook. If he was to hop over here right-handed, now his right hand's got to come from here across his body. When he's here, he can get that angle, and he's throwing it from here. So in other words, you're throwing it from here, or you're throwing it from here, okay? Now, when you turn southpaw and you can throw it from here, you can also throw a rear hook from here. If I hop over right-handed, I have to turn to throw the hook, and I have to throw the right hand from a further distance. And my left hook, I'm not going to have any, I'd have to recoil to throw that left hook with power, because the position that I'm in is for me to throw a right hand, but it's coming from a further distance, okay? So, just like the shift, when you do the shift, when he does those shifts, see, just like if a guy's throwing a right hand, if he's in this stance right here and a guy's going to throw a right hand, he could block, and if he's in a right-handed stance, if you're in a right-handed stance, what made this style so unique and special was what they did with those little shifts, okay? So in other words, if I'm right-handed and a guy throws a right hand at me, I could block it, or I'm in the firing line, I could block it, I could roll with it, or whatever, okay? But I'm still in position, if I block, even if I go down a little lower, I'm still on the inside of this guy's left hand. When I make that shift, okay, in other words, I can block and come back with a right uppercut, like that, as a right-hander. When I shift, just that little shift right there makes my hip turn. In other words, I can throw this from a further distance. The right hand's from a further distance. Now, I bring my right hand closer with that shift as I torque that power on that right hip, so I'm going to have good power on it as well. But what I did is I took myself from being here, being in the line of a right hand, and I'm still on the inside of the guy's left hand, so he can, if I throw a right uppercut, he can hit me with a left hook. When I go this way, now I slipped outside of the left hand, which now, okay, my uppercut is coming from an angle where he's guarding himself and he's not going to see it. Okay, I'm getting that angle where I'm throwing that right uppercut. Okay, as well, I'm outside of the left hook. So now the line of attack for a left hook is empty. He would have to throw a wide left hook to hit me, because here I'm there to be hit with a left hook. When I shift, now the left hand is here. So in other words, if this left hand is here and I throw a right uppercut, he can come back with the left hand. When I shift, now the left hand's on this side of me. I can throw a right uppercut. He can't hit me with the left hook unless he widens himself back out to throw the left hook. Or the guy's going to have to reposition himself to hit me with the left hook, which is going to take more time. So that was the science of these little shifts and turning from Orthodox to Southpaw with his shifts and his hop steps. So, like I said, with the hop step, he's going, when he would slip this way, okay, he would go, he'd make the guy look this way, and then he'd hop step over this way, okay? And he would turn from being Orthodox or even neutral, where he's slipping here, he could go either way, okay? And he would go this way. He would bring that little, his body would angle that way. So he's going here, and then he's angling this way. And he's bringing his right hand closer. Then being here and hopping over here, now he's got to go travel further. See, it's from here, or if I go here, I got to travel further. Okay? and I don't have my left hook in position to hit unless I throw the right hand. Here, when he hop steps this way, he could throw a rear hook or a straight left hand. He could throw a straight left hand. If the guy tries to get away, now he can cut him right back off being a right-hander and throw his left hook. See, it's all about the angles and the position and how he could keep a guy almost like in a cage by doing that, because either way he moved, he had a hand that was closer to whatever angle the guy moved. So when he's here, he's slipping this way, he goes this way, he's got him with a hook. If the guy moved, then he's got him and he's going right-handed. Now he's tracking him down right-handed again. Also, remember, when you're moving that angle as a southpaw versus an orthodox, is that you're able to seal, like I said, you're able to get a guy in a cage, you're able to seal that angle better. So when I'm here and I go southpaw, I'm able to get closer with my body and still have room to land my right hand. When I go orthodox, I have to step outside the left shoulder. I have no control with this hand to hit the guy. I'm not going to hit him with a backhand. I have to turn to throw the hook, and my right hand has to travel this far from this distance to get to him, okay? When I turn southpaw, I can get in closer, and I can bring my right hand closer, and I can get my body closer. And I can land a straight left. If he moves this way, I can throw my rear hook. If he starts to move, keep moving, I can cut him off. If I step over as a right-hander here, okay, and he starts to go, I have to turn to go get him again, okay, and he has more room to turn to get to me. He can turn and find me. When I'm here, I got him. He turns to find me. I'm hitting him with a left hook. If he doesn't turn, I'm hitting him with a right hook, and I can get closer. Then if I'm over here, I got to come further distance to get outside of that left shoulder. I have to move further. When I'm here, I'm just getting outside. Here's the left shoulder. Okay. When I'm right-handed, now I'm further distance away. When I'm right-handed, I can just get my head outside that left shoulder. I get my head outside that left shoulder just from being here instead of going here. And again, like I said, I was a right-hander, I'd have to turn, and he has more room to turn and get away. When I'm here, I got him. Right hooks, straight left hands, rear hooks, he goes, I'm right back on him. Okay? So that's the advantage of doing that from that angle. Just to give you further explanation of what I'm talking about is that if you're to stay right-handed and you're to get your head outside of this guy's left shoulder, okay, you have to move your feet further to be able to throw a good right hand straight, come across with a straight right cross. If you want to keep your feet closer, then you'd have to throw a rear hook. Okay, you could get your head outside, but then you'd have to throw a rear hook. So a rear hook is further away, okay, than a lead hook. See, rear hook, lead hook. If you're staying in the same position, if you wanted to throw the right cross, you have to go further away from distance. And then all those other factors come into play that I'm talking about, how the guy can turn and move another angle, and you'd have to turn to catch him with a hook. When you turn southpaw, you're bringing your right hand closer than you are if you're right-handed and you're going to throw a rear hook. If you're going to throw a cross, then you have to move your feet even more. So being southpaw, I can get closer, keep my feet in closer to seal the guy, bring my right hand closer. If I could throw a straight left hand, just like we talk about the southpaw and a right-hander keeping their feet on the outside of the other ones, okay, of the opposite stance as lead foot. Well, that's what you're doing. Your step, now you got the straight left. Now you got this. If he moves this way, you got a rear hook. All these little angles are the sweet science of this style, and the sweet science of boxing is just inches, little things that make big differences. So that's what made that so special. So the way he would do those hop steps, like I said, let's say he would slip this way. He makes you look this way, then he steps over this way. Okay? So, and he, sometimes he would do, like I said, he would stay orthodox going this way, and he'd even go southpaw this way. he would throw different looks in it, guys, but the advantages of, like I say, is staying Southpaw when you go right, Orthodox when you go left, are the things that I had just explained, you know, and those are the pluses to that. Okay, so that when he would do the same thing off of a weave, so it didn't have to always be off of this movement. You know, he would weave this way, weave this way as he's coming at the guy. He's weaving, and then he's hop stepping. Okay, right or left. He could be weave, hop step. Weave. His head movement's going this way, so his opponent's eyes are following him this way. And then he's making a quick little hop step over this way. See? And that's the trick of that. You're moving one way and then you hop step the other way. So like you're moving left, right, left, hop step. Like I said, when you go to the right, he'd shift his feet a little bit more in front, so it'd be his right foot in front. He'd be weave, hop step. When he'd go to the left, weave, hop step. See that? So you're going this way, hop stepping that way. You're going this way, hop stepping that way. The little shift, the left foot's in front. So in other words, I'm weaving this way, right foot goes in front. I'm weaving this way, left foot goes in front. See that? So like I said, it's a hop step. It's a hop step. It's a hop step to the left. If he's here, it's a hop step to the right. I'm here. Left foot's going in front. Right foot's going in front. Okay? Here, left foot. Here, right foot. Little angles that he's getting there. Okay? So just remember, the body mechanics of this is what's so important. Because you could see a move, but if you don't know how your body's supposed to move, and then you're not going to master the move. See, so like I said, when I'm here and I weave this way, my weight's going on my left hip. So that weight on my left hip is going to give me the strength to hop step over to the right. So my weight goes to my left. I push off of my left hip to get to my right side. Okay? So I'm going here. Twist this way. If I windshield wiper, shoulder trajectory is going to drop. All that weight's in the left hip. And then I hop step this way to the right. See? So slip, hop step. Slip, hop step. If I slip this way, weight's on the right hip. Now I push off that right hip, shoulder trajectory changes, hop step. I could drop the shoulder, or I could be here and just hop step. Throw the hook. Go this way, push off of this hip, hop step. Right foot comes a little bit in front. So I'm here, I'm neutral. See, right foot's in front. I'm here, I'm neutral. Left foot's in front. Here. Okay. Just little hop steps. Little hop steps. I'm not going here and jumping up in the air. I'm not going here jumping up in the air. I'm just here, hop. Here, hop. Okay? So, like I said, your hips are turning as well. So, when I slip this way, when I push off this foot, now my weight's gonna go back to this hip, so my hips are turning clockwise here. This way they're gonna turn, when I go this way, they're gonna turn counterclockwise. Okay? Same thing with the weave. When I weave, I could drop my shoulders here. Mike used to like to drop his shoulders, Okay, and he would make it look like he was going to the body, he could come to the head, or sometimes he would just stay where his shoulders were here and he's just drawing a regular letter U. So, same thing with the hip turn though, okay? When I go this way, weight's on this hip. Now when I hop step, the waist turn counterclockwise, so I'm cocking my right hand to be able to throw my right hand from a hook position. So in other words, I weave this way. Okay, now hips are going to go clockwise, and my weight's going to go on my right hip. Now it's on my right hip, ready to crank the right hook. If I go this way, weight's on my right hip. Now as I hop step, left foot comes in front. Now I turn my waist counterclockwise, and I'm ready to throw a big hook. So if I go this way, hip turn. See what happened? My hip turn. I went this way. Now, when I hop stepped, I turn my waist too. Under, turn my waist. Right foot goes in front. Weave, turn my waist. Weave, turn my waist. Weave, turn my waist. Weave, turn my waist. So that's the art and the body mechanics of what they're doing there. Like I said, I got these clips here to show you of how they were practicing it and how Kevin Rooney would show him how he wanted him to do it. So make sure you check the clips out. And like I said, you guys can go in the gym, you can practice this. Repetitiously is the key, over and over and over again. But you have to know the body mechanics of what you're practicing. And you don't want to train your body to do the wrong thing. So watch the video as much as you have to know exactly what you're trying to do. And I broke down the mechanics. And like I said, it all has to come together. All the little small details. What you're doing with your shoulder trajectory, what you're doing with your feet, and what you're doing with your hip turn. So put that all together. And don't forget to comment below and let me know what you guys think of the video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.